Visit Series 2022 aims to attract tourists but was cancelled due to COVID-19. The movement control order stopped travel causing financial loss. The government forced tourist listen to scrap the virus strategy or long-term plan, while initiatives are action to support them in business and government.
Next, I will explain for 2.0 which is planning. First, what is planning? Planning is process to define organizational goals, setting action, and to establish strategies to reach those goals. Planning is very important for the organization. It is because the organization can make the excellent decision based on the planning. Not just that, with planning, it can maximize use resources so that it can increase efficiency among the workers. Then, for 2.2, which is managing the problems or issue by the ministry, which is the ministry can do a meeting with all ministers about budgeting, which is it will take under the Ministry of Finance, which is then can give money to people who really need or that being affected. As we know, during the tourism visit Malaysia 2022, which is it's during pandemic of COVID-19, so that there have a lot of tourism industry that was being bankrupt that year. Because of that, the Ministry of Finance must take responsibilities, which is the need to help local tourism, such city like Jordan, which is it is very important because it provided its position as popular for getaway spots. Other than that, Ministry of Health of Health must take responsibilities too, which is they need to create one app for people. This app uses to them to register of health problem. Then for 2.3, which is short-term planning. For the short-term planning, which is can doing marketing and promotion by people who works under the Department of Tourism. For the promotion, them can do a vacation packages using illustration and image. And other than that, Department of Tourism can pay influencers of social media to do review about the places. Other than that, Department of Tourism can plan for strategic partnership with airline for international and domestic tours. For 2.4, which is long-term planning. For the long-term planning, which is particularly true to the end campaign that related to tourism, which tourism, such as Cuti-Cuti One Malaysia Dekat can promote every destination holidays in this country, so that it can make more Malaysian people to travel at near places in this country for the holiday or getaway with family or friends. Last, for 2.5, which is party that involve in doing planning and the objective to achieve, which is Malaysia Tourism Organization must take responsibility, especially for how the Minister of Tourism to make the decision so that all the workers under it can know what to do, such as how to handle and planning all the facilities and infrastructure. So, on the other hand, the Ministry of Health Malaysia to involve in doing planning and the objective to achieve, which is proposing to vaccinate the workforce of several subsectors of tourism services that are allowed to operate. Other than that, all the resources can be more efficient and it can help of waste between the workers. With this, the Minister and Department of Tourism can achieve their objective.
Organizing. Meaning of organizing is process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed, defining responsibility and authority, and establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work more efficiently. There are two important of organizing is to clearly assign role and responsibility. It is important to make sure that responsibility, the sources, and the one role arranged in an orderly manner. Another important is can ensuring more efficient use for resource and reducing waste. It is important because obtaining something that was used at that time was very difficult to find, and the price of raw materials skyrocket due the fact that these resources were difficult to obtain due to travel restriction implemented to stop spread of COVID-19. The Ministry of Tourism was doing their strategy to manage the Visit Malaysia 2020 program during the COVID-19 pandemic. The strategy was focusing on crisis management, short-term recovery, and long-term resilience. Secondly, for the short-term recovery, the innovative Malaysia Care campaign leveraged digital platform to showcase virtual tours of UNESCO sites and partner with airlines like AirAsia to offer the discount domestic flight voucher. Last but not least, for the long-term strategy, the Ministry of Tourism was implemented the certification Malaysia Safe Travel adopted by 8,500 establishments and developing the Tourism Malaysia Super App with AI historical recreation, which million downloads.
Definition of decision-making is the process of choosing from multiple options after evaluating the pros and cons of each. During COVID-19, MOTEC have to make decisions on how to manage the tourism industry in Malaysia. First, the cancellation of Visit Malaysia 2020. Visit Malaysia 2020 is a campaign that is organized by Tourism Malaysia to promote the country as a major tourist destination. However, the campaign has to be cancelled due to the COVID-19 impact. This is because the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, MOTEC, focus on health, safety and well-being of people in the country. This caused a freeze in tourism-related activities that led to the big amount of loss. Secondly, prioritizing the domestic tourism. NTP is responsible to promote the image of Malaysia, to attract the tourists to visit Malaysia. COVID-19 doesn't stop the NTP from promoting Malaysia. They focus on recovery the tourism industry based on new norms. The goal is to ensure the long-term sustainability and competitiveness of tourism sector. Third is Travel Bubble Project. Travel Bubble Project is referred to a pilot scheme or agreement between two or more countries to facilitate safe and controlled travel between them by reducing quarantine requirement or restriction. This is to minimize the risk associated with the international travel while still allowing the tourism to visit Malaysia. It aims to ensure the travel is safer and more controlled during the time of global health concern. The goal is to revive and restore the confidence in traveling.
Control in Visit Malaysia 2020. Control played a crucial role in managing the Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign. Through licensing, regulations, and centralized oversight by the Ministry of Tourism, authorities ensured that tourism services align with national standards and goals. Even when the campaign faced disruption from the COVID-19 pandemic, control mechanisms helped enforce swift responses, maintaining public safety while safeguarding tourism integrity.
Visit Malaysia 2022 aims to ground the economy by promoting tourism before COVID-19, showcasing natural culture in cities like KL and Penang, which brought income, support vendor and boosted Malaysia's global profile. But overlines of foreign tourists led to strong when the pandemic hits. Indeed, the campaign is shifting focus to local travel, where Malaysian explore attraction, helping tourist survey and strengthening appreciation for local culture.
Même dans un sommeil éternel, j'étais sans